Good afternoon, traders. Welcome to the weekly commodity report. I'm your host, Paul. As usual, we'll look at natural gas, oil, copper, gold, silver, and uranium. So let's start. And we'll actually start with the futures contract for natural gas. And obviously, price has become very impulsive now to the downside. And if we zoom in a little bit on this down move, I see a running flat over here. So it looks like 1, 2, and then I see a series of running flats here. So there was a 1, 2, and I think this is 3, 4, and then they made a new low today, but I don't know if the low is quite in, only because this candle over here early this morning, 7 o'clock, got down to actually 2410, where right now they came after that running flat. Actually, it's an expanding flat, but that one only got to 2411. So they might, when the market opens up, they might do a quick push below 2411, and that would finish what I think is the third wave. Because this is obviously not looking corrective at all. It looks very impulsive to me. So I think what could be in play here is this is 1, 2, and then this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then we should be getting a correction soon. If 2411 is the low for the third, then this is the range that this fourth wave should be coming up into 2539, 2618. And then I would expect it to get rejected and come down for the fifth wave. And then there's your impulse. So this area, or whatever this area will be, like I said, I could definitely see them pushing it down a little bit more, break that 2411 one more time. So these numbers might change, but it'll be basically the same area. That'll be hugely important, because if they're able to push up and out of it, then it's possible that this is just a three-wave correction. But obviously on MACD, RSI, there's no divergence. I mean, this is just straight down. This is super aggressive selling here. So I just think that this area is really important, because if they do go up for a 4 and then come back down for a 5, I think this 2207 then becomes in jeopardy, because after this 5-wave move down, you will get a decent sized correction, but then they're coming back down again. And then it really becomes a matter of, are they playing a game of just, this is all the second wave and this 2207 will hold? They're going to get really close to it and then reverse hard. Is that what's in store? Because I still think that this is a 3-wave move. A, B, and then, like I said, I got 5 waves on this last push up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So A, B, C. So either that's one, or that was just a correction. And obviously what happens over here is going to be really important for natural gas for the next few months, because if that 2207 doesn't hold, I think there could be a lot more down to come. So let's first see what happens in this area, this purple box area. Does price get rejected from there and we make an impulse, 5-wave impulse? Or are they able to push up and out of it really strong? So that's the futures market. When we look at the spot market, like, we're nowhere near the bottom. So if we go back to the futures, I mean, I don't even know what that is, only a couple, it's about 8%, 8.5% to reach the bottom, but we have a long way to go on the spot market. So I don't think on the spot market that they'll be challenging this low. Because if they do come down this far on the spot market, that means the futures market's like way under $2, way under $2. So I think on this chart that the low is set, and this down move, this is all going to be just a correction. So even if they make a 5 wave, give us a 4, come back down for a 5, I think that'll just be the A wave of the correction. Get a B up, even a C down. Probably come under like 221 on this chart, but you just get an ABC, and then it'll reverse back up. So that's what I'm expecting on this chart. The futures chart, it's getting a little unnervy how low that they're coming here. So just have to wait and see. But first things first, let's see if this purple box holds, or if they're making an impulse, because then that could really change things. So that's what I'm watching for. Should be a bounce coming up soon on natural gas, and it's just a matter of is it just a bounce to go down for the 5th wave, or are they going to actually be pushing up? All right, oil. So oil has caught on fire big time, and I've had to change my counts here because they didn't last week. I said that this was all looking like a triangle over here. We had an A and then a B and then a C and then a D, and then I said I saw 5 waves here down to here, so that was the leading diagonal, I thought. And then it was correcting, and then it was starting to come back down, and I was like, okay, good. If it comes back down one more time, that'll complete E, and then that'd be a triangle. But they never did that. They reversed up hard. So it's not a triangle then. So I think we just had an impulse up to here. You had this 3-wave correction, very shallow. So it's not a 1-2. It's not deep enough for a 1-2. So instead, I think this is AB, and then they should be going up for 5 waves. Like in the C wave, it should be 5 waves. So I think this 5-wave move completed a running flat here. So now we're looking for 5 waves up in the C wave. So that's 1 and that's 2. And we're in the 3rd wave, and I don't think it's done yet because I see a running flat right here. 1, 2, and then this should be 3. They should have completed 4. They should not come down below this 82.40. What is that? 82.42 low that they set today. That should be 4, and then it definitely looks like they're going up to break 84.35 one more time. That'll complete the 3rd wave of this 5th wave, and I would think they might be targeting like up into this 85 region for the 3rd wave. So then you have 1, 2. This will all be 3. Then you'll get a correction for 4, and then they should go up for 5. And then that'll complete this A, B, C. And then we'll have to see where we are when this 5th wave ends. Will they make it all the way up to this 87.60? Or will it fall just short, and then they're going to give a bigger correction and then reverse it back up? So only looking for buys on oil, and quite frankly, I mean, anywhere, I think, because I think they got to finish the 3. If you miss that, you could wait for the pullback for the 4th wave and then buy that if you want. But only looking for buy setups on oil. Oil's just getting much too strong, and it should be. Eventually they'll target this 87.60 at least, because you had a 5-wave move. WXY down for the correction, so you should be getting a 5-wave move, which means oil could be going like pretty monstrously high, because if this is just going to be an A, B, C, that's going to be just the 1st wave of an ending diagonal. The 2 wave will probably be pretty deep, so that'll give you a great opportunity to get in, because then oil, that's one, you get a deep retracement for 2, and then you're going up for 3, 4, and 5, which means oil will not only break 87, but it'll go much higher. I mean, I would think then that, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, they're gonna go break 94. I don't know what the pattern is, because if this is gonna be a diagonal here, this is 5, 3, 5, 1, 2. I wonder if there's gonna be a running flat involved here, because we already have a 5-wave move up. This is just looking at it from a longer term. You got 5 there, very deep correction. And then you got 5 correction. So we need another 5, but I wonder if this is going to be like a B wave, actually. 1, 2, 3 waves for 5. And that'll be the A. This is actually going to be the B wave. They're going to be correcting up. You get a strong sell-off for the C, but then they're still going to go back up. That would make the most sense to me, but that's a long way away. Right now, we just need to focus on this wave, and it's definitely looking like it's got a long way to go. So, yeah, I'd only want to be in the buys on oil, and it just depends on where your entry point is. But lot of upside, and also going to be a lot of opportunities to get in on some decent sized pullbacks. All right, let's move on to the metals. Start with copper. Copper looking really good. So I think, we came up for that 3 back in May, and this, let me zoom in a little. Chart's getting a little crowded. Definitely looks to me like we've got A, B, C, and then we had this A, B, C, and then one more push down. And this 4, 3, 2, 9, I think, could definitely be the 4th wave. It's right in this purple zone, perfect zone for our 4. And when I really zoom in, I've got 5 waves up in a diagonal. So 3 waves up for 1, and then 2, 3 up for 3, 4, and then 3 up for 5. So if you're in copper, you're looking great. If you're not in, I'd be looking for a pullback to at least 4507, maybe even 447. And if it drops any further, I mean, that's just, I think that's an automatic buy. But it should correct down into here. I mean, I see 3 waves for the 5th. I guess that could be just the first wave of the 5th wave. But yeah, I'd definitely be looking for the buy setups in copper. It looks really strong. Just a matter of what kind of correction is this going to be? Is it just going to be a 3-wave shallow correction, or is that going to be like, just the A, get some type of B, and then you get a strong C, and you might be able to get it way down into the low 4s. But any pullback, I'd seriously be looking for buy setups, because I think copper will eventually be going all the way back up now for that 5th wave, and cracking 519 here. So yeah, anything down in here I think is looking really good. There's always a possibility that this 4th wave isn't quite done, that just this 3-wave move, that's just the A wave, and maybe we'll get like a 1, 2, 3 B wave, and then still one more down for the C. But I don't see copper like having a strong, the start of some huge bear market yet. Looks like this could be definitely a 4 area going up for the 5th wave. All right, gold. Gold now is getting a little strong, and it never got down into the zone. So it's possible that this fifth wave is not done, I guess, but now it still hasn't cracked the top of this Y, that 2368 hasn't broken that, but it sure looks like it's going to. So it almost looks like, oops, that we've had like an ABC. I'm wondering if this ABC is still part of the fifth wave then, like that's going to be a 3, 3, and now they're going to make an ending diagonal. That WXY is 1, this deep retrace was 2, and then this is going to go up for 3, 4, and 5 to break it, and then that will be the fifth wave. So I'd only be looking for buys in gold. You know, it's just a matter, is this fifth wave done? Now, once they break on this chart, hard to grab it. Once they break there, 2277, then you know that the fifth wave is in, and that the third wave then is complete. But not until then, that, you know, especially if they break that Y wave, they might, well, unless this WXY, unless they're making like an ABC, and then this is still going to be just like a big WXY, and then they reverse it. So even if they break that 2368, that won't help us any. Yeah, I'd only want to be buying gold. You might not yet anyway, you might not be getting this chance down here, because they might be going up. Like I said, they might be finishing this third wave still. Because that is, like I said before, like that is an awfully short fifth wave. You know, look at how long the third wave was. I mean, the first wave was really short. Long 2, big 3. So, yeah, we don't know. But I'd only want to be long gold, even if it's going to come back down in here. Gold looks good. It's just a matter of what your entry point can be. So if you're lucky and you're not in, you'll definitely want them to push it down. Because then this would be 1 and 2, and they'll probably, because then that would be A, this WXY would be B. Then I'd be looking for a 5-way move in a diagonal format down into that zone. So that's what I'm looking for. Kind of selling off a little bit here, but that could reverse really quick. So yeah, only looking for buys, but the pattern's really hard to, you know, it's really just been going sideways since the end of May. Haven't really dropped a whole lot. I mean, we're exactly where we were May 23rd. So relatively soon, they should be either exploding up, because then this is going to be an ending diagonal, or it's going to be an ending diagonal going the other way. So it's got to show its hand really soon here, because there's just, the waves are getting to the point where something has to happen here, has to tell us which way is it going. So yeah, gold looks good. You might be able to get it lower, might not. Silver, the same thing. Like they came and they broke that previous low, and then you get that big reverse. They haven't broken that ABC, the C high yet either, just like on gold. They haven't broken, what number is it? 3848. Haven't broken that either. So we could slide this line over here. Still would like to see silver get into that purple box. But, you know, this one for sure looks more like that could just be the A wave. That was the B wave, and then they might still go up one more to complete that fifth wave. So you might not get it until they make the bigger correction. Because once they break here, then the fifth wave would be done if they do go break 32.51 again. So definitely you only want to be in the buys. Hopefully if you got in, you're down in here, because you hate to be buying here and have to wait for it to first crash down to all the way into here before it reverses. So yeah, both buys on gold and silver. It's not the best entry if you're just getting in here right now, though. And let's move on to uranium. And uranium is still just chugging along here, sitting down here at the bottom a long time. Doesn't feel like it's ready to go. You got this three-wave move. And as it stands right now, obviously you only have 1, 2, 3. So very, very likely you have an A, a B, and then they're going to come down one more time, break that 28.56 for the C wave. And then uranium looks really good, because this is a very shallow, this three-wave over here. Let me clear this out. This three-wave correction obviously was very shallow, which would tell me that that's an A and a B. And then they'll come down. If they do come down and break it, then that's just an ABC. And then it'd be in position to go all the way up, because you got a three-wave correction. Always a possibility that that's just the A wave. You got a B and then a C. But, you can at least buy here, because this B wave should be coming up somewhere into this range anyway. So that'd be a decent sized trade, and then you can make a decision how price is reacting up here. Starts to come down, you can either take some profit or all profit, and then maybe wait for one more push down. But yeah, I think there might be one more move, one more wave down for uranium, because this is just, it did explode up here. So not unless this is all the correction. And this is just it almost looks like it would be a diagonal, because it looks like it's 1, 2, 3 waves up and then 3 waves down. So if you do see something like this and then they start to give a little correction and then more up, then it's possible that you're on your way to making a diagonal. They have 1, 2, 3, give you a 4, and then reverse up for 5. That's a possibility. But this would have to correct first and then go up pretty strong to give you that third wave. So, yeah, just depends on your risk tolerance as usual. Buying here wouldn't be the worst, playing for that move, but it could also just be an ABC. But even buying here, I still think you'd at least be able to get into profit, because the B wave will be coming up. If they are going to make a B wave and still go down one more time, that B wave will come back to you and probably even exceed your entry. So yeah, I think uranium looks good. It's good risk to reward. All right, that's what I see in the commodities. Hope it helps. Thanks for your likes and support. Good luck. Have a great 4th holiday. See you next week.